Welcome back to the Chick and the Duck podcast with myself, Rye, and my brother Micah. We're talking about anything and everything pop culture. Today we are going to talk March Madness, talk about a little bit of the NFL, a lot of movie news, a lot of trailers, some great, some not. Kind of like last week, got a fun draft. Talking about what we watched. Did you watch X-Men 2 episodes?
Yeah.
We'll review X-Men first 2 episodes and Roadhouse as well. So it should be good. But Micah, how's the week? How's work? How's job hunt? How's all the things?
Yeah, going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad of a week. Missed the first 2 days of March Madness though. So,
Yeah, it's a bummer, man.
Yeah. I took off work Saturday.
To watch?
Yeah, to watch the UNC game, and
Oh, nice.
I didn't want to work, and I had PTO, so
yeah, nice.
There
you go.
I took off. Yeah, do a little bit of design stuff.
Yep. You just posted Dude.
I did. I just posted.
It was sick. It is sick.
Stuff. Yeah, and then I just got a new phone.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
15 Pro.
New titanium.
Yeah, same. I just have a case on it.
Yeah, case gets here today. I had to order. It's pretty funny. I had to order a new extension cord.
Dude, isn't that annoying?
Because I had a 10-foot one from my freshman year. Before my freshman year,
we had the same one. I still have it. Yeah,
it stayed working for
how
many years is that? Like 8 years.
I mean, I've taken it everywhere too. Like
8 years.
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere with me. It is what charges my phone.
Yeah.
And I finally had to get rid of it.
Yeah, I got like 3 6-foot ones, and like I'm having to get all new ones. It's so annoying. Like
a new. Actually, I could keep it because I found a USB-C to USB like little adapter thing I had.
Yeah.
And so I used it last night, but I had already ordered it, so I might as well.
Yeah,
but I'll just use both now, so.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
What's crazy? You know what's crazy? Them not stinking giving blocks anymore.
I know, dude.
That is insanity.
I couldn't charge my phone the first time I got. Like, I had to go to
order a block. Like, I have my iPad one.
Yeah, I have an iPad one too, but I lost it, so I didn't know where it was.
But that's it. That's my only one that's USB-C from the block.
Right.
So it's like when I get this extension thing, I'm gonna have to use the iPad one or get another block.
Yeah, and blocks are expensive, man.
It's retarded.
Or you should just get what I got. I got a regular, so it's the new thing that goes into here, but then a regular USB thing. I got those too, as well as the other one. Because then I could just plug it into, like, in the car, like getting a new car thing and a car charger, it's just all. I need one at work. Like, I had chargers everywhere. I had one in my office, here, in my room, in the kitchen, in the car. Like, I had everywhere I operate in them, the place to charge my phone. Mm-hmm. And I had to just buy all new ones. And so I didn't want to do lightning, like whatever the new crap is. I hate it.
The USB-Cs.
Yeah, I hate them. I don't hate them. They're nice, but
I don't hate them either. I think
they're good because they're universal now.
Because I think moving everything to be USB-Cs is like, really smart.
My computer's USB-C, so like
exactly. So is mine.
Yeah. Like, I guess I could have charged my phone. That would have been charged so fast. That's funny. Yeah, very nice.
Pretty funny, but
Mom trying to tell Elijah he can't get a phone for 7 years is crazy.
I know. She said that. I was like, it's not gonna happen.
We got phones in 6th grade. They weren't iPhones, but we got phones in 6th grade each.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you like the phone? Did you set your button to something?
Yeah, I did. I have it as a camera.
Oh, nice. I never use it, if I'm being honest. I have to think about it at this point still.
I feel like it's nice, and right now at work I have to So maybe I'll use it because I had to use my camera to like do vehicle inspection stuff. You have to, like take pictures of the damages thing and stuff before
Yeah.
you start your shift, so that you don't get blamed for something. If something happened the day before and nobody reported it.
Right.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did it. I did it for that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's funny. Mom and Dad were like, I told Mom about it, and she was so confused. She had
About
no idea what it was. She thought it was the ringer thing still, and she had no idea why they removed the ringer, the little
oh
switch. I'm like, because nobody uses it. And
yeah,
she's
you
like,
just it's just
how do
a
you turn it off? And I was like, oh, you just
just
swipe back and
it's
click it, click the thing.
a widget
Like,
now, right? I mean, you can't see it because of you. Yeah, right there.
yeah,
It's just a
exactly.
widget.
So I showed her how to do it, and she's like, wow, I have to do all that now? I'm like, swipe down and click.
I never used it like
I
ever.
didn't. It was a toy for me.
Yeah, I just messed with it
Flipping back and
exactly.
forth
Yeah, exactly.
because I like the haptic thing that happened when you do it when you
It's
turn
yeah.
silence mode.
Does that still happen? Yeah, it still does. I can do this all day.
See,
That's
now
so
I'm just gonna
funny.
swipe down and be spamming the button.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, it's nice. The pill is pretty cool. I don't know everything that's honestly I don't know really any of the new features other than the action button,
Yeah, I'm
which is
actually.
obvious, and then the pill. But I don't really know like the island or whatever. I don't even know
Uh
what
huh.
they have some name for it, but I don't know what it is.
Right.
Um,
Oh
yeah, I think they
the
call it Dynamic Island or something like
yeah
that.
the dynamic bar. Yeah, something like that.
Dynamic Island or Dynamic Pill or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But
It's
the only thing I know that it does so far is uh, music. So, but it's nice.
oh yeah, it's the music. It does the Google Maps. Like it'll just have like
Okay.
the thing up there, so you can click on that. Now it's on like the corner where the big button. It's like this really small thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good for Apple TV.
Oh yeah.
Like when you are connected to your Apple TV and you use it as your remote. I don't know if you do. I use my phone as the remote most of the time.
I used my phone. My remote's broken. It's been broken since I got my new. I it was broken, and then I got a new remote, and it
Uh
broke
huh.
immediately. And so I have not had a remote like pretty much the entire time I've had my Apple TV. So I
Yeah.
always used my phone for it, but the
Yeah.
remote app was like the way that you used your phone on it was horrible. It was
Mm,
super inconvenient. And
yeah.
so I have a universal, like my Samsung is universal, so it works on the Apple
Okay.
TV. So that's what I used.
But like you press it when you have it, you like press it, and then it is like a little pop down that's like the size of these two rows, basically, and you do it.
Yeah, I might use that
It's nice because you like click on it and yeah.
because yeah, when it's like when you're not using it, having to like swipe down and then click on the remote thing and have it pop up, and a lot of times it's like trying to reconnect to the TV because you closed it. And
Mm-hmm.
it was very annoying. So I
Yeah. Yeah.
might use it again now. But
It's definitely cool.
without a case, I think
So clean.
it's very clean. I think it's. I mean, they're adding like the frosted glass in the back because of the
What color is yours?
natural titanium. Yep. And but
I hate cases, but you know, I should.
yeah, I don't think it's very slippery though.
Really?
No case. I always feel like I'm gonna drop it and like it's gonna slide out of my hand.
Yeah, that's not. You don't want that.
So I don't really
What
like
kind of
that.
case did you get?
It's just like a clear one, like the one I had.
Oh yeah, the whatever this is.
Well, that's the mag. That's the outline of the MagSafe that's
Oh,
inside the phone. That's
is
what it
that
looks like.
really?
That's what the MagSafe charging looks
Is
like
that?
inside the
Oh,
phone. So it's supposed to be like guiding. Like that's where you'd put it. That's
oh.
where you'd put it on the circle.
I always wondered why these cases were so popular.
I think people like the way they look.
I
Honestly,
don't even care.
but I think people think it's cool. Like, oh, circle
It's,
line thing. Like, look techie,
it's, it's so dumb. It's
techie
not
and minimalist. But yeah, I don't really care. I just got it because that's like
cheap.
all the clear cases. I
They're
feel like
all that.
don't have the MagSafe thing on it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not bad either, but I don't really use MagSafe that much, and when I do,
Oh, neither do I.
MagSafe charging. I mean, you gotta have your phone. Like, it only really works when you're not using your phone, and
Uh-huh.
the charge is really slow. So,
Yeah,
but
sure.
yeah, that was my week.
That's your week.
Not really. That was more just like an Apple review. So
Yeah, shout out Apple. Have you been seeing? I don't know if you know the guy. His name's Young Mantis. He's like got a weird looking body. I don't
no,
mean that really. You've probably
maybe.
seen him before. Young. He's trying to make 100 free throws in a row right now, and he's been
Oh,
doing
I
it
see.
for yeah. And he's got to 99 4 times, and he's like shooting like 95% from the free throw line or something crazy like that. But his last one, he has to make it blindfolded, and he's missed 4. And he's been doing it for like 36 hours or something like that, or
That's
longer.
hilarious.
He's trapping himself in that gym until it happens.
What is he? What content does he make?
He blew up because he dropped out of college to go work at Barstool, and then he worked at Barstool, and then now he's like just famous because he's like still will work with Barstool. He's done stuff with Pat Bev because he calls him twin, and like all he's weird, man.
Interesting. I feel
Yeah,
like there's something very specific I've seen him do, but
yeah. I've only seen him do basketball stuff because he looks weird, and no offense, he just looks funny. He has some condition.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
well, yeah.
yeah. My week. Oh goodness. So we recorded Monday. I went and saw a movie. I'll talk about it later on Monday. Tuesday, Jen and I went to see Dune in IMAX at OMSI. She wanted it was her idea. I didn't do it. I did not suggest it. So, but I was like, yeah, of course. It was crazy. OMSI's theater's sick. So like, it's like crazy stadium seating, and like the screen is massive, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the movie's incredible. So like, I don't know. Jenna was like, loved it like more than she did before, and I was
Yeah,
like,
dude, I
yeah,
can't even get. Dad's not even gonna go.
he's not.
Nope.
Why?
Mom still hasn't watched the first one, so but
Why isn't Dad gonna
Mom,
go?
watch the first one and we'll go. He's like, oh, it's just gonna come out and available to buy soon anyway.
Gosh, dude, you have to see it in the theater.
I'm like, you're so dumb.
Yeah, you gotta get mom to watch. You gotta force mom to watch the first one, like
We'll have to.
ASAP. But yeah, so I did that Wednesday. We did like a mafia game the whole time. It's fun. It's a good time. Thursday I went out with AJ, Tanner, and a couple other buddies from college. And we went to Fire on the Mountain and got wings and hung out. So that was nice. That was fun. And then we actually went to Multnomah. And we went to like the hangout place to play pool. And they have like a PS5 now and like an 80-inch TV in there. And I'm like, and
Whatever.
then so we played a game of Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in so long. And so it was me and Tanner playing Fortnite. But we did like split screen and we won. He had like 18 kills. I had like, I don't know, 10. And because we were just playing on PS5. It was so like, but we killed. It was hilarious. And then we turned on sketch highlights.
Sketch highlights were hilarious.
I cannot, dude. He's so funny. And I know it's a character. I know he's kind of like that, but it's also a character. But
yeah,
it's good.
well, he's like an autistic Morty that
Yeah.
his favorite
Kind of talks like Donald
person is
Trump.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, there's one of the funniest ones I've ever laughed at. It's not even that funny. I mean, there's a couple we can't say on here that are just he's kind of inappropriate at times. But
Yeah, one of his most famous is what the Robin Hood, Robin Who, Robin everyone.
And then the guy comes, I heard you're robbing homeless people. No, but he's like, he throws a pass. He's playing Jinxie in Madden. He throws a pass to the 1 yard line, and then Jinxie freaks out. And he goes, "I'm a nasty guy." I just die every time. I'm a nasty guy. But like seeing everybody do his stuff.
Evil
Yeah.
Mr. Beast. evil Mr. Beast.
Does this. So I mean, honestly, he's so funny.
He's
Um,
hilarious. He's gold.
um,
And
his cell,
I watched Jinxie for so long because he blew up or whatever, but he was
yeah,
hilarious for like the longest
he's
time. And then he kind of died off. I started watching him a lot less, and then he started collabing with Sketch. They're gold.
yeah, they're funny. I don't
They're,
think Jinxie's. I think Jinxie's funny. I don't watch him, but like, I
he's a
sketches.
lot less funny. His comedy is unhinged. So like I said, it was funny for like a time, and then
Yeah, and I'm sure Sketch would like die off a little bit, but like right now he's at the pinnacle. Like every clip is like the edits of him where it's like where Jinxie on the podcast was like, what did he say? He's like, when did you know you had motion, twin? He
he
says
was
verb.
like how do I say it? He's like, Evan, when did you know I got motion, twin? He's like, huh? Since birth.
It's so good. And then it just cuts to this edit. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. He's literally hilarious. Yeah, so good. That's been a lot of my week as I've watched sketch clips.
Yeah.
Friday, I went and watched The Boy and the Heron, which I want to talk about again, just because it's great. So watch that again. It was like between that and like a couple other movies that I could have saw that were new, but I was like, screw this, I'm gonna go watch this again because I don't know when I'll be able to again.
Yep.
So I took advantage of that. Yesterday I played basketball. A lot of fun. Dude, I hit a 3. Oh my goodness. We were in our group chat, we were talking, and I sent a picture of Jack Godel or whatever his name is, Goki, whatever his
Gol-
name.
Goku. Golki.
Golki, of his like 3-point shots, and I was like, this is me tomorrow, because Luke asked who's in tomorrow, and it was Saturday night, and I was like, I'm in. This is gonna be me tomorrow. And then Josh Colford goes, yeah, maybe miss shots. And I was like, okay, buddy. And so I sent him a laughing thing. And then I sent a gift that says, if you're reading this, you can't guard me. And then Luke wanted to guard me the whole time. And he's probably the best defender there, I'd say, because he's most physical, all these things. So I like didn't shoot a 3 like at the normal 3-point line because I kept pulling up like really deep, and I was missing, and then I started hitting literally everything I shot to the point where they would set a screen at like the circle, and I'd shoot from half because they wouldn't, and I just was hit like making it. It felt great. It was nice. So, but that's not even the best part of playing basketball more is like my decision making and like movement with the ball is much better than when I first started playing again.
Mhm.
Because like I'd be like forgetting to do things, and now it's like I could only go off a screen normally, and I just get stuck. And now I'm like actually moving correctly, and I'm like, oh, this is how it was playing basketball. It's a lot more fun when I can remember what to do with the ball.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun. But yeah, that's pretty much my week. Nothing. I
Nice.
mean, I watch a lot of basketball, obviously.
Yeah. Me too.
Saturday, Friday. Oh, and I visited a retreat center that we might do for youth. Instead of doing the big camp, we might do a retreat center so that we could make everything work this summer. It's a lot, but
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
yeah. March Madness. It's happened. We're in the middle of it.
Go.
Is any standouts? Anything that stands out that's worth talking about? I mean, there's a lot. Obviously, there's the big conversation is that the mid majors and like the small schools like actually suck,
Yeah.
which is never like honestly doesn't happen very often. And like the best teams are literally the best teams, besides
Yeah.
maybe Houston.
Yeah. Houston.
Granted, they beat Longwood by 40, but
Yeah. I don't know that
A&M was really close.
the A&M. I don't know that I'd say Houston sucks from that. I think people are
No,
dramatic.
I don't think they suck. No, not at all.
I think people are very dramatic. I think A&M was actually a good team. They're very physical, and when you have 4 out of 5 starters fouling out of a game, you can't really expect. A&M shot like 50 free throws.
Did they really?
Yeah, like by the end of it, because I remember in overtime, at the beginning of overtime or something, or the end of
40.
regulation.
Yeah, they shot 45. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
they were 26 for 42, and I was like, that's absurd.
Yeah, 29. They ended 29 for 45. That's
I get Houston plays physical, but like that's crazy.
That's a lot of free throws, man. That's like the NBA, and that sucks.
That's so many fouls. And so it's like
50 rebounds is crazy, and you lose. You have 50 rebounds and you lose is insane. 26 offensive rebounds for A&M.
26 offensive rebounds.
How do you lose?
50 rebounds total and 50 shot free throws, and you're losing is like. So for that, I'm like, that's literally that should be a close game.
Yeah, of course.
A&M probably should have won, but
probably should have won.
They definitely lost the game at the end, but like it wasn't. Houston had no. They had no ability to take the game at the end. They had nobody in. They had backups, and they had people who literally. They had a senior who shot like 4 free throws that was going to the free throw line.
Really?
Yeah, he had shot like 4 free throws all season.
That's crazy.
And he like literally never played. So it's like they weren't going to win the game, but Texas A&M definitely lost the game. Oh my gosh, dude, shooting deep threes, and then the coach drawing up a play to shoot a forced 3 when you can pretty much guarantee that anyone you're going to foul is going to miss 1 free throw, and you're down 4.
Yeah.
If you score 2 points, you're down 2. They make 1 of 2, you're down 3.
3. Yeah.
They literally screw themselves. They deserve to lose. So
yeah.
But yeah, Houston I don't think is terrible, but they're definitely beatable.
They're beatable. Duke's playing really good right now. Granted, like everyone thought James Madison was good, but then they might just suck. Like
they don't suck, but they definitely played
terrible.
Like Duke only won by that much because of, and you can I'm obviously gonna be Duke's biggest hater, but I hate Duke. I don't think they're good. I don't
think they're good either.
I think they're worse than Houston, and I think they're more likely to lose. But JMU played like literally one of the worst games of basketball you could ever play. Yeah. And on top of that, I was thinking the one kid for Duke, Hayden or something like that, or
yes, the annoying guy,
something like that. I don't know. Whatever his name is, the guard. He had 8 threes. He's not gonna have 8 threes.
Oh, McCain, yeah, Jaden maybe, I don't know.
Jaden,
something McCain, Jordan McCain, I don't know.
Jordan McCain, something like that. He had like 8 threes. Not gonna happen. That's 24 points. So,
Jared McCain.
That's 24 points right there. They won by like 30. He's gonna have like, and he had like 30 something. So
the first game he had 15.
He's gonna have 15 to 20 points, but he had 24 points on threes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's like your whole difference right there. He's gonna have like maybe 12 points on threes max.
Yeah. Duke Houston will be interesting.
I think Filipowski's gonna cry his way home, dude. Houston's too physical unless they give, which I can totally see the refs. I can see Duke shooting 50 free throws also.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's so many free throws. That is so absurd. That's bad. It's real bad.
If they actually call a good game, I think Houston takes care of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't. The biggest sleeper, I mean, literally everybody. I mean, Clemson, they're gonna get beat by Arizona. But like the highest seed in the Sweet 16 now is NC State.
Who's playing Creighton?
They're playing Marquette.
Marquette is good.
Marquette is good. Shaka Smart, like they're good.
NC State's a solid team right now.
They're playing good, and what's his face? Big boy.
DJ Burns. He's crazy.
He's crazy, man. He's like Zach Randolph, but not better because Zach Randolph played in the NBA for like 20 years. But like, you know what I mean.
He is Zach Randolph.
He's a bigger version of Zach Randolph.
I think DJ Burns got an NBA future. But
I think so.
Yeah. But so I'm rooting for them. I want them to play Purdue.
Do you think? Okay, here's another. Yeah, that's kind of the. So you think NC State comes out of the, what is this side? Whatever, the top right, west. Yeah, do you think they come out of the west or south? It's the south.
South.
NC State. Do they come out of the South, or do you think Houston still comes out?
I don't know. They're two physical teams.
Yeah.
Houston's not as big as I don't know who they'd put on Burns, but their
Mm-hmm.
guards are definitely way better. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be tough. I think
It'll
Houston most
probably.
likely wins, but I'm gonna root
Yeah.
for NC State because, like I said,
I just don't want to play NC State if we make it to the final.
yeah,
But again, I think we have beat them. We beat them twice and then lost once. So,
we have.
the Midwest. So, obviously, first round, nothing crazy. I mean, Kansas almost lost to Samford. Oregon beat South Carolina. Texas Colorado State was one of the worst basketball games I've ever seen. But then the second round, so Purdue. What do you think of Purdue still?
Trash,
I
garbage.
think that they're bad.
Throws too many free throws. He's terrible.
Because people get scared and they just foul him.
Gonzaga's terrible too. So that'll be
Yeah,
a
Gonzaga, Kansas.
fun game.
Huh?
Said that'll be a fun game.
Yeah, this is like the two most overrated teams in
In the
history
entire
of
tournament. Yeah.
the tournament. Yeah. Who do you think wins? I think Purdue wins, right?
I think he wins too.
Yeah. Creighton, Oregon was awesome until Oregon gave up.
Yeah.
Like I was like their guy Kuznard. And you
Yeah.
weren't watching the game, right?
No.
No, so I was watching, and like he was obviously playing great out of nowhere. Obviously, is what I've heard because obviously I didn't watch the Pac-12 all season. But playing great the last 3 games. He missed a 3 in the second overtime, like just missed it and just gave up fully gave up. I mean, came down, airballed a 3 after that, didn't rebound, blamed the other guy. Like, I mean, just, and then they went on the 13-0 run or whatever.
Yeah, it's
15-0.
crazy business to lose by 13 in overtime.
And second overtime.
Yeah, second. That's what I meant.
Yeah. But like the coach of Oregon, I forget his name. He was bad, dude. He was livid. He was, oh yeah. I mean, your team gives up when you could upset like a great team. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, Texas. I didn't watch it, but did you watch that one?
I did.
Is Tennessee as good as people are saying still?
Tennessee's still good.
They're not playing good, right? They're not playing up to
Like,
par.
they're not playing their best. No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're not playing good. I don't know. I think people, Texas is a good team.
Yeah.
People are like, I mean, a 2 and a 7. I mean, they won by 4.
Yeah.
They won a good game. They controlled the end of the game. They stayed ahead, and they did what they needed to do.
Right.
Can't expect them to blow people out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can't be like, oh, only if they're killing the 7 seed are they gonna win. Like, I think they beat Creighton.
You think they beat Creighton? Creighton's good. They were good, man.
Creighton should have just lost to Oregon.
Yeah, that's a good point. But
I think they're very beatable, and I think Tennessee's better.
I think Creighton could beat Purdue.
I think either of these teams will beat Purdue.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. We'll go East and then save Carolina for last. UConn, San Diego State. You think UConn's gonna blow them out?
I don't. It depends on what you call a blowout, I guess. I think they'll win by like maybe 15 by the end.
Yeah.
Like I think they'll be up by like 10-ish, and then free throws and like last ditch effort and fouling things. I think they'll end up winning by like 15-ish.
And then I mean these games. Obviously, Yale's game was crazy. Duquesne, obviously, we both picked. Really thought Drake was gonna pull through. Unfortunate.
They should have. Oh my gosh. Washington State. Now I love the Cougs. They got to be like one of the worst basketball teams to ever exist.
I didn't watch the game.
Oh, the Iowa State game. Iowa State, Washington State. I watched the Washington State Drake game as well. And I also watched Washington State.
I watched some
in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and then I watched that. But man, they just basically their goal is to turn the game into the ugliest game of basketball ever and try to manage to win in the ugliest, most chaotic way possible.
That's terrible. I
That's
hate
like
that.
their thing, and it's pretty awful to watch. I mean,
I hate that.
Washington State, Iowa State, it ended 67-56. The first half, I think it was like 20 something to like 17,
My
and
gosh.
like under 10 minutes. So over halfway through the first half, it was like 11-7. They
Wow.
didn't even cut. They didn't update. Like we were watching another game, and they never even once mentioned the game. They would talk about Texas and Tennessee coming up next, and go over the past games that already finished rather than talking about the game that was happening.
That's crazy.
It was that bad.
That's bad. Um, Illinois, Ohio, Iowa State. Who do you think wins that? You think Illinois?
I think Illinois.
You think Illinois can beat UConn?
No, I don't. Like I said, I still hold the same opinion. Literally, no one can beat UConn.
Yeah.
Until it happens, no one. I'm not going to give anyone the benefit of the doubt. The only team I'm going to pick to beat them is UNC because I'm a fan.
Yeah, fair.
But like I said,
Fair.
until it happens, I don't think a single team in this tournament I would give the odds.
To UConn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Carolina in the West, they beat Wagner, killed them. Michigan State started rough, and then they just demolished them. Fun to watch. Clemson beat Baylor somehow.
Baylor's not. Clemson's better than Baylor.
Yeah. Nothing interesting really happened. I mean, Dayton beat Arizona 1, whatever. Alabama almost lost to Grand Canyon, kind of. I was playing basketball, but from what I heard, it was like closer than what a score ended up to be.
Yeah, it was close.
But like again,
GCU pooped the bed like at the very end. Also,
I heard that the Alabama plays a similar style to what you're describing from Washington State. Probably not the exact same, but like very like
no, not even close to the same. But like realistically, not close to the same. But they are. I can see the comparison. They're really fast. They're completely all offense. Absolutely no defense.
really.
They're running gun.
How do you think they pair with North Carolina? Honestly,
Everybody hates North Carolina, so everyone's saying, this is the matchup to watch. But
why does everyone hate North Carolina?
They're
the most inoffensive team on the entire thing. The UConn is like the Chiefs. They're a dynasty. Freaking.
We just win a lot. I don't know. Yeah, because I mean we
have nobody unlikable. Nobody.
Yeah, we win all the time. We always have, and that's what I'm saying. Like during the whole one and done era, like we weren't even doing that.
We've never been one and done
with 4-year players all the time.
Yeah,
we never got into like the stardom type deal.
No.
All the
culture,
all-star recruits that we recruit end up being like they end up being like
better basketball players in the NBA.
Players.
Like they also end up being better. Like there's something about the culture at UNC that there's a reason that all these players that could potentially go play. Obviously, NIL is different now, but you had people that could have gone and played pro, and they didn't because there was a culture thing. Everyone loves being a Tar Heel. Everybody in the history of they love being So
everyone loves to hate them though.
It's weird. Purdue is the easily the most hateable team. Easily.
Yeah, not for analysts, man. They love Zach Edey. They just can't tell you why. They just can't tell you why.
They can't tell you why.
They can't tell you why he's the best basketball player ever, but he is.
Gosh, dude. He's gonna be the biggest bust in NBA history.
He is.
Yeah, I think Carolina wins this.
I think Carolina wins. I'd like to say pretty easily. I don't see. I mean, Alabama's just the team that's going to shoot. They won't care if they airball a shot or if it's a terrible shot. They will try to just shoot as many shots as possible. But we play pretty fast. So
we do play fast.
We play fast and controlled. So I think that honestly, I think we're probably the team in Alabama wants to play the least.
Yeah, because we can match their speed for the most part.
We're just going to play at our normal speed, which is just as fast, but always controlled.
Because Grand Canyon, it plays really fast, and they almost lost to Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
in Grand Canyon, we would have killed Grand Canyon. I
So
was I was texting Brighton. I was like, he's like, oh my goodness, GCU. I was like, what's happening? I hope GCU wins because that would be
I
a
know. I was like,
cakewalk.
I want to play ECU.
That'd be a cakewalk, man. Arizona, Clemson. I think Arizona wins.
I think Arizona wins by like 20.
Yeah, and then Carolina, Arizona. I still am gonna take Carolina. I think even from a they could try to be impartial. I think that they're a better team, and I think experience will take over versus. And I think they'll want to beat Caleb. If I'm being honest, I think that that'll be a big driving factor.
I think it will. Yeah,
I don't think they have beef, like real beef, but I think they'll want to beat him.
I agree.
Like the whole team versus like one guy wants to, like Caleb probably really wants to beat them because he played there, but so. Final four, I think we're saying what? Tennessee, Houston,
Tennessee,
or
Carolina, UConn, and
someone.
I'm gonna be rooting for NC State, but I think it'll be Houston or Marquette.
Yeah. And I
Oh,
think realistically, if I think we want Carolina to win against, I'm going to say Tennessee. I think that'd be the best game.
that's what I have picked, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna say.
And then
UNC.
realistically, it's probably. I mean, not real. I'm going to believe Carolina's going to win to the day I die. But unless they're like actually not great, like when they were like the 9 seed, I didn't think they were going to win every game. But UConn has a very high probability of winning it all.
Winning everything. So yeah.
But yeah, so that's the March Madness update. We'll have another one next week as well. So, some pop culture stuff. So NFL. First off, everyone's glazing JJ McCarthy after his pro day.
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting.
I guess. Yeah.
Do you think that the Vikings are going to trade up?
I don't think he's worth trading up for. I think if he falls to 11, you take him. If you don't get a trade up, I don't think you trade up to 4 or 5 to get JJ McCarthy. He's not even projected to get picked there.
Yeah, I agree.
Like he might get picked like 7, 8 maybe, but I don't know. I think you take a chance. And if you don't get him, I don't know. Maybe you just draft Penix or something.
Yeah, we need a quarterback. But the most recent NFL news is the NFL has banned the hip drop tackle. Saying if you do it, it is automatic 15 yards and a first down.
It's awful.
That's terrible. What do you do? What do you do?
It's not even. I don't understand, bro.
I get that like people have gotten hurt from it, but like the DK Metcalf, where there's the pick and he runs like 90 yards to tackle him, he hip drops him, and someone said, "Imagine them calling a penalty on DK Metcalf here." And I was like, "Yeah, it's."
Well, it's like you can't tackle somebody
if you can't use your
pass you. Like who's gonna go? Like imagine people are always like, imagine being a safety and or Derrick Henry breaks through the line. Like what are you gonna do?
You're gonna hit him hard and hopefully knock him over.
You can't knock him over. So it's like what
you can't use your body weight, which is
which is how you tackle someone that big.
Because now you have to just use your pure arm strength to hold him there, and I don't even know how you tackle in certain scenarios.
You don't. I think it literally gets rid of tackling scenarios, which is crazy.
Yeah, because it's like Aaron Donald. Like he comes around and he grabs you from the back, right? And he uses his body weight and pulls you down, drops you. He can't. He has to just hold and be like, and hold on for dear life.
It's weird. I don't like it. I think it's terrible. I hope it gets overturned.
Yeah, well, it was a unanimous decision.
I know. Maybe the backlash will change it.
The NFL Players Association probably has the best chance. But
yeah.
Okay, on to some movie news. Joker 2 is reportedly mostly a jukebox musical and features at least 15 cover songs. I am okay with being wrong. I think this movie's going to suck.
Yeah. It is very out there in terms. I don't understand how it's a sequel.
Like, I
for the
don't know.
Joker.
Like, why? Just make a musical then, because I don't care about seeing the Joker and Harley Quinn singing Poker Face, or like that would be funny because she obviously sings it, but like,
No, I agree.
like it's just weird.
I don't know. I think somebody told who, what studio made Joker is making
Warner
Joker.
Brothers.
Yeah, I think somebody told a Warner Brothers executive that the first Joker felt theatrical, and he completely misunderstood.
I just don't know how you go from probably the darkest comic book movie to this.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. It's like
not that it can't be dark, but like it's stupid.
theatrical is a really good way. It's got. I mean, the score is great. The composition is
So
super grand and theatrical. Like,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I think somebody said that to some Warner Bros. Exec, and he was like, "Oh, musical, really?"
Yeah.
And it did well. Okay, all right.
Yeah. And I think that it like actually caught up with. I mean, granted, this movie could be good, whatever, and I'm gonna be the biggest hater. But Todd Phillips, he's making like a dumb movie back. Like he's making The Hangover. Obviously, he's not because it's different. But like the seriousness of the Joker has just, I think, it's just gone awash. Is what I mean.
I know. I think it's so.
Like I just don't like
the first announcements of it was interesting. It was like, oh man, the really dark Joker origin, but like obviously the Joker's like this unserious serial killer. So he's like jokes and like funny, but like funny is supposed to be like, I don't know, his like sarcasm and unseriousness is like supposed to be unnerving. So it was like,
but also
kind of like making like this musical thing was like kind of like an interesting take on that. Like it could be like super unserious, but really it'd still be
it's
a
still good.
non-standard musical for the audience. Like you could be very uncomfortable watching this musical of murder, but it seems like it's going very far away from that.
Yeah, I don't even like. I don't know what to expect if I'm being like.
I have no idea either what it's gonna be. I have no idea what it's gonna
Like
be.
if they're just singing pop songs from the 2000s, like I don't want.
I don't even know how that would. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't even know how you
do
fit
that.
that. Like what kind of story are you creating that like?
They
So
can just pop out in the song.
I saw someone say like they should, if Harley and Joker go through a little rough patch, they should do that one song from A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. And I was like, that's kind of funny, but it's only funny because it's meta, not because it's actually funny.
It was funny because it's so bad.
Yeah,
that it's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm fully out. I mean, not fully because I'm gonna go see it, but like
I'm pretty fully out too. Yeah.
I think it'll be bad. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Whatever. Here's another thing I'm fully out on. Maybe you're not, but they're making
I'm 100% out on. I think
they're making Happy Gilmore 2. Netflix is making it with Adam Sandler. Obviously, this is the worst news I've heard in a while.
It's gonna be terrible.
This is so bad.
Yeah, there's literally nothing good that comes from having a second Happy Gilmore.
No, like at all. Like
prove me wrong, but
like it's you
terrible.
Can't make a legacy sequel of a unserious movie.
Yeah.
That's like saying they can make another Napoleon Dynamite. Like it would suck because what happened, what was created is so unique and it's pretty dumb. It's technically not very good, but it's so bad that it's just phenomenal. You can't replicate it. You're just going to make Murder Mystery 2.
Yeah.
But like
you could try, but it's not going to work. Only way to replicate it would be to be inspired by it and do something completely.
If it wasn't Adam Sandler or he was, yeah. I don't even know. You can't do it. You
just take the concept. You just got to be inspired by Happy Gilmore and be like, let's make something kind of similar.
But no one makes funny things and like.
But the problem is that it's already been done. There's so many Happy Gilmores. You know, there's
Billy Madison.
There's Billy Madison. There's like
like sports ones you're talking about. Yeah.
There's
Talladega Nights.
Semi-pro.
Yeah, semi-pro.
They've done it with like everything.
Dodgeball.
And they're great. They're awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like just It's
Yeah.
that time. The time's over. We're all watching those still because they're great.
And Netflix sucks.
They're terrible.
They make like one out of every 100 movies or projects is good.
It's great. Yeah.
Like they just made Spaceman with Adam Sandler. It was booty cheeks. Like I didn't like it, and that was a serious movie. You think they're gonna make a good Happy Gilmore too?
I don't.
I'm so out. Cillian Murphy is returning for a Peaky Blinders movie. What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, you heard? Okay, so I didn't. I heard it too. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like sounded like the start to the smoke alarm.
Now I gotta watch Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I haven't seen Peaky Blinders.
I haven't seen, but this is cool. Like they're gonna make a movie. I want to watch Peaky Blinders now. This in 2 days, Spider-Verse 2 releases, not Spider-Verse 2, a Spider-Verse short film called The Spider Within releases on March 27th on YouTube. Exciting. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get Spider-Verse 3 for like 7 years, but this'll do. No, but Ryan Coogler's next movie, we've talked about a little bit, releases in about a year, less than a year, 2025, and it's Michael B. Jordan, but it's described as 1930s era vampire movie with he is twins. Michael Jordan's playing 2 characters. Twins. Very cool.
Cool.
Scarlett Johansson confirmed, or I don't know if she's confirmed. I just saw this headline, but confirmed or rumored to be confirmed to star in the new Jurassic World film starring from Gareth Edwards, from the creator and Godzilla, so that guy, and Rogue One. So she'll be the lead if she takes that role. That's cool.
Cool.
And also, are we gonna get another Jurassic movie that actually looks good?
Might.
Because Gareth Edwards cooks, man. Godzilla looks good. The creator, obviously, we both love.
Yeah. I'm looking for creative
live action Popeye movies in the works. Someone said cast Soups. He said it, to be fair, but he's like, I was born for this role. How do you you can't actually get someone that like has that big of forearms, right? Because it's like so absurd.
No one's gonna have that big arms, but they've done live action Popeye stuff.
Have they really?
Yeah, like in the 80s. I think it was Robin Williams.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah. Oh, he looks great.
Yeah, so it's not that hard to do. You just give him big prosthetic forearms.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's pretty interesting that it doesn't look that bad.
Have you ever seen this movie?
No.
We should watch it. I haven't seen it. We should watch it.
Should not watch it.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's great. I wonder what's it
on Pluto TV.
Is it not on Disney Plus? It's a Disney movie.
It's not on Disney Plus.
Robert Altman directed.
What's the 5.4 out of 10?
2.8 on Letterboxd.
On Letterboxd.
The people that I've followed that have seen it give it a 4, 2.5, and a 3.5, and a 2. Interesting.
4.
His name is Jeffrey Overstreet. He is a Christian film critic.
Interesting.
Yeah. Huh. He loves. Yeah, he wrote a long review. That's funny. All right. What's next? Goodness, I can't read. Oh, yeah. All 3 Star Wars trilogies will return to theaters on May 4th. It costs $85 to go, and it is 24 hours long. Would you ever do this?
I would if I had the time. And
for Star Wars, you would do it?
And let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
It would have to be different than this.
Okay.
This is $85 to sit and watch movies for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd $100, free food, and a living room type theater or something. And a space to go, I don't know, get out of the theater for a second if you want to. Things like that.
I wouldn't do it with Star Wars. I don't like them enough.
I would do it. I would enjoy Phantom Menace. I would enjoy.
I enjoy them, but I don't know.
Enjoy Empire and New Hope, and I would enjoy Last Jedi and whatever.
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Yeah, and then just leave after the 8th one.
three movies would suck, but I could just go do whatever I wanted during those 3 movies.
I'd do it for Harry Potter. I'd do that.
I would do it for Harry Potter without anything else. I would just sit there.
I'd just sit there too. I'd do it for 24 hours. I mean, that's a long time though. Like, you gotta take off work, like probably for 2 days. Staying up for 24 hours is also crazy.
Crazy business.
Yeah, so
I'm saying they're gonna need some caffeine, free caffeine.
They're gonna have to do it. I don't even know if there's any theater by me that's doing it. So, but I know people that would do this. That would take off work to do it. But, so currently we have not seen this movie, but there's a new horror movie called Late Night with the Devil. Who they use 3 AI images in their movie. Basically, the context is the movie is like a 70s like TV show, like a talk show, and there's like it's set during Halloween time. It's basically this guy that is getting low ratings, so he brings like possessed people and an exorcist onto his show to do exorcisms. Basically, is the concept. But then like the "We'll be right back" or like "Happy Halloween" like title cards type thing, like before commercials, is what was AI. And there is a lot of controversy happening in the area of movies. If you don't follow movies, you'll never hear about that. I mean, maybe you will, but it's also such a small movie. So, the arguments, I'm curious your thoughts, because obviously, you're the artist here in that capacity. But the arguments are it's taking away work from other artists and graphic designers, etc. That it's a snowball to AI being used more and more. Which, I mean, we've talked about AI in movies a little bit before, but yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think that is, I think the biggest issue is that is, once you allow it, it's like it's just gonna be more.
Yeah.
Is this really that problematic? No. Like it itself, having 3 of these little like title card things, and they also claimed that they were generated and then edited.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They do look AI. Like the pumpkins look terrible.
Yeah, there's still aspects of it that look bad. But somebody's obviously was editing it. So I don't know. I think the images, they were already paying a production team. 3 images wasn't going to be like it's really just not that crazy. They weren't really taking work from anyone. The people probably got paid. The same people that would make it probably got paid.
That's what I wonder is like
and edit it. So
that's what I wonder is like hypothetically, like you're hired to be on Late Night with the Devil to draw or create a design for these title cards. I don't think you would have used AI because that's you've used AI before, and we can talk about that in a second.
AI for we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it in a second. But hypothetically, if you did use AI and you were the lead graphic designer for this one section, you're getting paid X amount of money to do it, and you used AI to generate it and then you edit it. I'm not saying that I think AI should be in movies. Like, I'm pro human creativity through and through. But it technically wouldn't be taking a job away at all, because you would still be the one. Like, it's different if it's we're not going to hire anybody and we're just going to do it. That's different. Yeah. That's really bad.
That argument is just completely, I think it's completely wrong. And I think whoever is arguing for that is ignorant. Like, unless we're just like completely off, and I'm completely off, which I really don't think I am. Honestly, those title cards were probably more profitable for the designers. They probably took way less time. So, probably. And they probably got paid the same amount of money. So
yeah, probably.
Probably a lot more profitable. so it's kind of backwards thinking. But again, I think any AI in movies is not as slippery slope. I think it's not. So I think you got a backlash, even though does it really matter in this specific scenario?
Probably
I
not.
don't think so. But
I still think it's dumb. I think that
I
the artist should have taken the time, especially you're getting paid a lot of money. Like,
well, and especially like I mean, it's like a '70s like talk show stuff. Like that's awesome.
it's a
to, like, be able
cool
to make
thing.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be excited to make something like that.
You should do your own of it for
That'd be
the.
funny. I'd have to watch it.
um,
I mean, I would do it honestly.
you just have to look at the picture and then create your own version.
Yeah, but I probably need like context
Yeah.
to like make something better. Otherwise, I'd just be creating what they created, but doing it myself, which is like the other. I've used AI a lot of times for inspiration.
Yeah.
Just to like get, just as a fast way to get, um, from like point A to point B.
Yeah.
Without having to like think about sketch things and like iterate.
And you do sketch a lot anyway.
I do sketch a lot, and that's only for time constraints. If I'm getting like paid to do something,
You take
I'm
the
gonna
time.
take the time on it.
Yeah, like not hypothetically, like what a couple episodes ago you did an AI cover for ours.
I did because I had no idea what to do and no time to think about it, and so I typed in a title. I said I think I said create a podcast cover for a episode titled, and then I put in the title I came up with.
Catching up.
Yeah, and then it created something, and I was like, cool. And I was just messing around, and then it like made something, and I was like, all right, well, this means I don't have to.
Did you edit it at all?
1 a.m. Well, I mean, I like added things to it. Some of them I didn't even have the title catching up. Wasn't like a part of it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so
it was
like
really just like an illustration.
But yeah, and like that's like for our podcast cover, we don't make money. We just do it. It's just for fun. Like, and you're the artist doing it.
Yeah, never anything I'm getting paid for would ever be AI generated.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, the most I really do, that's like literally, I think that's probably the only thing I've ever done that is
everything else
AI generated.
Yeah,
like the majority. I mean, like not changed. Everything else I do is like completely referenced.
Yeah,
I'll use it for shapes and like composition and things like that.
Yeah. And also it's interesting, the whole like conversation about like, because AI is taking from the internet, like it's stealing other artists' stuff potentially.
Well, yeah. So I mean, it's stealing from a lot of things.
It's from so much.
It's so diluted that it is completely unique. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
One and two, art is theft, whether you like it or not. Everything's been made, and so everything is already inspired by something else. So
it's also true. You're never going to be able to give credit.
Even if it's unintentional, somebody probably made something or had the same idea or did something similar in some capacity that they could then claim stealing.
Yeah, people get sued for that stuff all the time. And it's like, dude, come on. I've never heard of this, Yeah, so
a good example is like, was it Michael Jackson's estate suing Ed Sheeran?
No, it wasn't Michael Jackson. It was someone else. But I know
someone's estate, like someone's family.
And then Ed Sheeran proved that you could do all these different songs with the same 4 chords. He's like, and then we're like, oh, okay, he won.
It was like, there's only so many notes and chords and everything to be played. It's like, you guys are. He was pretty much like, you guys are stupid.
There's a reason that this book is like a thing. It's why it's so popular. Because everyone, as an artist, as a creative, everybody steals.
Yeah, you do. You steal, but you just don't copy.
You give credit where you give credit where you can. You give inspiration, but like nothing's new under the sun,
No, everything that's made, you could point back to something else.
And it goes all the way back to one thing, which is also crazy. But sorry. for being a Christian. And I don't have you seen the controversy of like people making videos about this letterbox top 4 thing? Have you seen those?
No.
Okay, so essentially, and we won't talk about it for a while then because you probably don't. But basically, letterbox, goes up to actors and says, "What are your 4 favorite movies?" And they give their 4 directors and producers, all these things. And it's like cool. I love it because like there's certain movies I'm like, I've never heard of that. I really like this director. He knows movies. I'm gonna add this to my watch list. Okay. But then like I have to find one. Top 4 actors. It's not even a show. Oh. Yeah, it's on their TikTok trends.
Yeah, so I'll probably see him. Never.
He basically like they're making fun of the actors and directors doing this stuff, and they're like, oh, what are my top 3 favorite movies? Oh, I really love the French film that's 19 hours called Hubajubja, and it's 19 hours of a shot of grass growing. And like they're making fun of people saying foreign films, and like when they ask Godzilla minus one directors and stuff, they're like Back to the Future, Jurassic World, blah blah blah, all the American movies.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just think, again, we don't have to talk about because you don't have a lot of the context. Like general public, if they don't know, they should stop being kind of like it comes off. I hate to be this person because I'm not this person, but it comes off very xenophobic of like, oh, this foreign movie, oh, you're so pretentious, and just say Back to the Future. Like foreign movies rock, dude. Like I'm sorry, but consistently some of the best movies I've ever seen are not made in the United States.
Yeah, I would say the collection of best movies is not from the United States.
Like Miyazaki.
That's what I'm saying.
Every single Miyazaki movie is in the top
Yeah, if I had to take my
50 animated movies ever.
If I had to take my favorite collection of movies, like common under a certain director, under a certain studio, I would probably pick Ghibli or Miyazaki or any of that. So.
And like I watched Stalker from Tarkovsky and fell in love. Like I've seen one movie and I'm like haven't had time to like sit down and watch. I mean, I gotta pay attention when I watch those movies because they're all in Russian. And so I haven't watched another one yet, but like that movie is so much better than a lot. Like Parasite, I literally have Parasite sitting right here. I just got it's a sick cover. This movie's amazing. I just got this too, The Human Condition. These are supposed to be like phenomenal, like Ikaru. I watched insane. Seven Samurai is supposed to be like the greatest thing that's ever been put to screen. Like it's not pretentious. Like there's pretentiousness comes from like you thinking you're better than everybody, not just because they've seen a movie that's foreign.
Yeah, the reaction reminds me of Maddie. That's what she'll say anytime I'm like in movies. If I say a movie, what's a good example?
Probably
like Beautiful Boy, or actually a great one is A Ghost Story.
Yeah.
Like no dialogue. Usually like worst movie ever.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. I loved it.
Yeah.
She's like, that's where she'd be like, "You're such a loser. You're such a nerd. You're so pretentious. You think you're so cool." Or like if I'm like, Fool's Gold, Matthew McConaughey rom-com with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Like terrible. It's like my whole family loves it. You're too picky. Like, no, it's just garbage.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just bad.
I like dumb movies as much as the next guy.
I love dumb movies. The movie is dumb and bad.
Yeah,
it's just not good in any regard. It's not funny. And it's not even funny how bad it is.
And it's not like I'm also not. I joke around and tell people their opinion is wrong. I don't ever think someone's actual opinion. Like I joke around and say Jenna has bad movie taste, or like you probably joke around and say Maddie has bad movie taste, and we might actually believe that to be true. But like it's not true because it's subjective. And if they love Fool's Gold, like that's great because they love Fool's Gold. And if they don't love, like if Jenna doesn't love, she's never gonna. Stalker is one of my favorite movies ever. I get to go see it in theaters because OMSI's having a science fiction festival over the next 2 months. I gotta go watch that, Interstellar, and 2001: A Space Odyssey in theaters. Anyway, she will never watch that movie with me.
Yeah.
Ever. Never. But that doesn't mean I have bad taste or I'm pretentious. It just means I watched a movie that's in a different language that I really love. Like, it's just not that complicated.
Agreed.
And I will say, most people, when they watch a foreign movie for the first time, they think it rocks. That's what happened with Parasite. Parasite won Best Picture. It was the first time an international movie won. Everyone's like, holy crap, what's Parasite? Everyone went and saw it and thought it was sick.
Because it is. It's great.
Because it is great. And Jenna, she didn't want to watch Past Lives because it's mostly in Korean. And she watched it. She's like, wow, that was awesome. And I was like, yeah, you just got to pay attention and not be on your phone. It's literally the only difference.
It's hilarious. I make fun of Maddie for that. She reads a lot, but she would never. She still would refuse to watch any movie she has to read subtitles for.
It's crazy.
And like you read without the visuals.
I get, dude. My favorite. Did I send you this? I don't think I did. I showed it to Jenna, and I thought it was way funnier than she did. But it's like what Paul Atreides looks like in the movie, and it's like what Paul Atreides looks like in the book.
And it's just text, and it says Paul.
Yeah, so good. So I think that's hilarious. But yeah. If you think you're better than someone because of your movie taste, you're pretentious. Otherwise, let people like things. The difference between Maddie and Jenna and, people I know that are like kind of joking around with me about what the movies I like or you like they're not like actively trying to make fun of and like act like, they're joking around with us. It's not trying to get millions of views on a social media platform.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying. But someone was like, you know what? We should make them too because they get tons of clicks. Yeah, but anyway, we got some trailers. We got first one is Harold and the Purple Crayon. Did we read that book as a kid?
I don't know. I've seen it, but
I've seen it too. I just don't remember.
I don't remember reading it or anything like that. But it looks terrible. I don't know why it's live action.
And yeah, it looks really bad.
Looks very bad. I don't know why he's old, but
yeah. Anyway, Beetlejuice 2 doesn't look good either. First Beetlejuice is fine.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it forever, so I don't know.
Neither have I, so I can't really speak on it. But
and then now to the interesting stuff. So we got the second trailer to Furiosa. What do you think?
Looks good still.
Yeah, it looks great. The first scene or whatever where they have like the apple, the black and white to the red. Oh, yeah, cool. It's really cool. That movie's gonna rip. That movie's gonna be sick. And here's the big one. There's a couple more, but here's one I think we're both excited for. Alien Romulus.
I'm excited for it.
Kaylee Spaney's in it. But what do you think?
I think they decided to finally mix the two best alien movies together.
Which are Alien and
Aliens.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So, war, alien, action movie contained on a thriller style, small space, like ship,
I heard that there's a lot of connection to the first Alien, like certain characters might return. Does that affect your thoughts on it if they like go full nostalgia?
Full nostalgia would be stupid. Okay. And fanfare would be stupid also.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't cameo anyone and don't make them the whole plot.
Yeah, I hope that's not the case.
Honestly, I would prefer that you just don't. All you got to do is to bring back characters and do a great job doing it. Is to not make them the whole story and keep true to their character. That's literally all you got to do. Just make them a small part of it and don't ruin their character. And like you can make them completely insignificant.
Yeah,
and just have them support. It should always support the main story. You should not use it in place of a story.
Yeah. I agree. It looks good.
It's really good.
I really want to watch the other Alien movies because I've only seen the first two.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably watch them at some point, but
I want to Alien is so good. I love that movie.
It's fantastic.
I'm still trying to go through like my favorites list and like update it and do a new top 50 and all that stuff.
Top 4.
Top 4 too.
Top 4. I think it's top 4.
For you?
Yeah.
Do you think it's probably 4?
I'm trying to remember. I would put Dune Part 2, Interstellar,
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, and probably then Alien.
Yeah, and you put Boy in the Heron in your letterbox one for variety.
I did. I'd probably put Boy in the Heron at like 8.
Yeah.
I'd probably, yeah. So 8 would be Boy in the Heron, 7 Good Will Hunting, 6 Oppenheimer. But I think I'd probably switch Oppenheimer up more.
Where's After Sun?
I need
5?
to rewatch it. After Sun's 9.
9. See, After Sun's gonna lower for me as well, but Good Will Hunting's gonna lower a bit. I don't know. It's interesting. Things have been good.
I got Whiplash up there in the Batman.
Yeah. Breaking news: Lily James is set to star and produce a film inspired by Whitney Wolf, the founder of Bumble. We get a Bumble biopic.
Nice.
Great. All right. Okay, we got a trailer for Acolyte.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about it. I just watched the trailer, but you're our resident Star Wars guy. What do you think?
Not really anymore. They don't really make anything good anymore. I've kind of given up on it.
And
From what I've seen of this, it's going to be terrible. So
it doesn't look very good.
It doesn't look very good, and it's made by apparently this is Kathleen Kennedy's project, and
lovely.
And it's about right off the bat, people were like, "This is 100 years before."
Phantom Menace.
Before Phantom Menace, and in Phantom Menace, like in that whatever the trilogy, the trilogy, they state that they have not seen a Sith in 1,000 years, and it takes place 100 years before with a Sith in the trailer. So
didn't know that.
Right off the bat,
two together.
That's what I didn't put together. I just saw people comment about it.
That's just terrible, man.
Which is terrible if that's like true.
How do you just not do research? Just set it 1,000 years beforehand. I'm still holding out for the Star Wars like biblical epic, whatever one with what's his face doing it. I don't know. James Mangold. I'm still holding out for that.
I'm old. I'm not giving up on Star Wars completely, but I'm
giving up on Star Wars TV. And this is Andor.
I think I'm getting to the point. I'm almost at the same point as with the MCU. Yeah, literally nothing you could tell. Like every time somebody brings up some kind of news about Star Wars, I feel the same way as when somebody brings up news about MCU.
I'm excited for Deadpool.
I just don't care until, like, I literally will not think about anything being released by Star Wars or the MCU until it releases and people say it's good. Like it just leaves my mind. I'm like, I don't care. There's too many I could be thinking about rather than hoping that after 5 years, one of these studios will make something good.
Because I always forget that Deadpool 3 is coming out, and like I'm excited for it too. Like I'm really excited, and I just forget.
It'll be pretty good, and I still don't even think about it ever.
Yeah, because we also get like Ironheart. Like I'm excited for Andor season 2. I've only watched the first 2 episodes of Andor, but apparently it's good. And I trust
Andor. I need to restart it probably.
I trust people's opinion on it. That's all I know. Yeah. Although the thing that we're going to talk about later with the MCU, I think is sick. But anyway, and we got a trailer to The Penguin, starring Colin Farrell. What do you think? This is set in the Batman, Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson universe, obviously. But
yeah, it looks good.
This looks really good. I like it.
Really, really good.
I'm so down.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Colin Farrell says it's like brutal and like dark, which obviously the Batman's dark, but like
it's not Reeves, so yeah.
I'm so excited. Like I saw someone, I think it was Seth from Real Talk. He's like, "Oh, sweet, my one TV show a year dropped a trailer finally." Like, and this is, I mean, The Bear's gonna come out and there's a couple other things, but I'm so pumped for this. It comes out later.
There's quite a bit of TV coming out, but
this fall. So, yeah, there's good stuff, but I'm still trying to figure out what this means. What does RAF mean? Anyway, all right. So we got a draft. We haven't done a draft in a while. This is a very interesting draft. I got the idea from Real Talk podcast because I watched them do this and it was hilarious. So, and like difficult. So what it is, it's a draft of our favorite movies. Okay, we can pick any movie you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, but let's say Micah. If Micah has first pick, we'll flip a coin because it'll only be fair. To actually do that, I'm not gonna I've given you first pick. You've given me first pick before. I don't think we want to do this here.
Probably not.
Let's say Micah first pick takes Dune Part 2. That means he takes Dune Part 2. Obviously, I can't take Dune Part 2, the regular draft. But also, I cannot take, and he cannot take for the rest of this draft, Denis Villeneuve or Timothée Chalamet as a lead actor. Like, for instance, you couldn't take Dune, obviously, but you couldn't take Wonka because Timmy is a lead actor in Wonka. Mm-hmm. But you could take Lady Bird because he's a supporting actor. That makes sense?
Yep.
So, it should be interesting. The goal is you're going to have, obviously, 10 different movies. We're doing 10 things. So, 10 different movies, but so we'll have, I can't do math, 20 different directors and lead actors as well. 20 different movies. But so it should be good. I'll flip a coin. Should be interesting. There is like actual strategy involved. So I'm gonna flip it again.
Heads, tails.
Oh, I lucked out. All right. Oh, there's so much strategy here, actually. So I am going to do the obvious thing. I'm gonna take Dune Part 2.
So is this something we're gonna be having people vote on, or what?
Do you want it to be?
I would change certain aspects.
Let's decide right now. Let's decide right now. Do we want to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I was saying yeah. Let's decide right now. I'm gonna say no.
No. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So Denis Villeneuve, unfortunately, and Timothée Chalamet are off the board, as well as Dune Part 2. This is actually so
Strategy.
There's so much strategy here now. All right. I'm like opening lists.
On my computadora. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna pick. Yep, that right there. Did you see it?
No, it was. Oh, he's taking the boy and the heron.
I'm taking Miyazaki, and if this was getting voted on, I was probably gonna take Spirited Away.
Oh, okay. That's a great pick. All right. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna take Oppenheimer.
I figured.
And there goes Christopher Nolan and Killian.
Oh, I guess this would be. I mean, probably Christian Bale.
No, because he's not the lead actor. And technically, are we doing the English version or the Japanese?
I don't know. I haven't seen the Japanese one, so.
I've seen both.
Let's do the Japanese one because why not?
Yeah, it's technically how it was released.
Soma. And yeah. Okay.
All right. Who are you going with?
Oh.
Now this is where it gets interesting.
I think I'm going.
Dang it!
And
that takes away Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, or just Emma Stone?
I'm gonna pick one.
Okay.
Only one actor.
Yeah. Okay.
Actress.
Okay.
John Legend.
No, it has to be a lead actor.
I'm gonna pick. I don't know that you would pick. I don't know what you would pick for either, but I'm gonna go with Gosling.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what I would pick for either.
I don't know what you would pick for either. I think you're more likely to pick one of his, though. Maybe.
Yeah, I probably. All right. Oh crap! You can't take Whiplash. That sucks.
Nope.
I'll go with like something I actually probably. I'll take Good Will Hunting.
I was gonna be my next pick. I'm gonna
Really?
pick Goodwill Hunting and take Matt Damon.
Oh yeah. He's not in a lot of my. All right. What are you going with?
Well, this is more for director, but
Yeah.
I'm taking Kill Bill
Oh gosh, dang it!
to get rid of Tarantino.
That sucks.
It's
That
only
movie,
it's only Uma, but
Uma Thurman. Yeah, that wouldn't affect. Um.
but Tarantino's big.
All right, I'm probably gonna do it. I'm gonna take Alien.
I figured.
And so Scott and Sigourney. What a weird name, man. Yeah, I'm just doing the Timothée. I'm not writing his phone.
Well, I'm just gonna go with Powerhouse.
Lord of the Rings. And technically, you know what's crazy? Elijah Wood is the lead actor.
Yeah, he is.
Nice.
Let's say Wood.
All right. I'm trying to get off things that like we could cross paths with.
I don't know that there's a lot of cross paths anymore. There's a lot of options open.
There is.
And none of them really crossover. So
there's like a couple more movies that I think we both. I'm not looking at your list to be fair. But like I'm trying to see like if there's any directors that like you'd go with. And I don't know. Do you have a Martin Scorsese movie in your top 10, 20?
you're not allowed to look.
I know. I'm not going. No, I'm not. I was asking more, but I'll take it. I don't know. I'll take After Sun. It's fine. I love the movies. I love the movie still. Who directed it? It's
Charlotte Wells.
Yeah, Wells. I don't know how I forgot her name. And
She got nothing. So
yeah, I know. Not a very good pick, technically.
no, it's not. But my next pick's decent.
I think you're gonna
Decent.
take.
There's not a lot of overlap left, but this has like a little bit of overlap. But I don't think you would take the other one, even though it's a fantastic. He directed 2 movies and a fantastic series.
Yeah, I know you're gonna take the Batman. Yeah,
The Batman.
That was gonna be my next pick.
And
all right. Dang it, I can't take that. The problem is I don't know like my actual top movies. Gosh, I keep looking at Prisoners and Arrival, and they're just oh gosh, I can't.
unavailable.
I'm gonna take 12 Angry Men. It's like actually
figured.
one of my favorites. Who directed that? Sidney Lumet, and it's Henry Fonda is probably the lead actor. All right. At this point, we're just stealing movies, probably.
Sort of. I got one left. I think I got one director left. I'll take just for the sake of taking an overlapping possibility. I don't know. That's gonna be 7.
Oh, David Fincher
From Fincher.
So that's
Fincher.
Oh, that's Brad Pitt. Crap.
And yeah, that's Brad Pitt.
That's tough. Yeah, no, I could have taken The Social Network.
Yeah, The Social Network and Fight Club, obviously.
Is 7 your favorite Fincher?
It is.
Oh wow, mine's Social Network. Wow, I love it when we don't have the same favorite of director. That's awesome. Oh, that's killing me. I am going to take. Okay, yeah. Here's a good. I'm gonna take Asteroid City.
See, I was literally gonna take Fantastic Mr. Fox. I was like, oh, interesting. I don't even know how we missed this. It's like
we love this. Yeah, we love Wes.
Yeah, that we like love multiple.
And then I mean, it's Jason. This would be a really interesting draft if we did it with top 5 build actors. So like you can't take a movie with or like top 3.
Oh yeah,
that'd be harder.
That would be. Man, oh man. Well, I think I'm just gonna go back to like the top of my list. Pick
Yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Nice, nice. And I mean, Shamik Moore. Darn.
I know. Well, and and directors. I mean, the two
There's
movies didn't have the same directors, so
no, they didn't. No.
it's like you're not really missing anything, but
Um,
you're missing the movie. So
I'm gonna take. I really don't think there's anything I could take from you at this point. I think that we're pretty
it's
good.
just the movies. So
Yeah.
yeah, at this point,
Um, I will take. I'm not gonna take that because you haven't seen it. So why would I take that now? Um, I'll take Driveways.
I'm taking Stalker.
You haven't seen it. I would cry. I'd go home. Who's the lead actor? Is it Hong Chow?
Now I'm gonna be mean to you.
That's fine.
So it's just it's not even that close to being like one of my favorite movies.
Which are you gonna take? I have a guess, but
What's your guess?
it's either Our Friend or Iron Giant.
It's neither.
Oh, then I don't know. Oh, I do love that movie. It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
Kubrick.
Um,
And I don't even know, honestly.
because I want to get another director on here. Wait, have you taken? Let's see. I'm gonna take Silence. Because Scorsese. Not that you. I mean, you can't pick Scorsese now. And Andrew Garfield. Perfect.
That's the lead. Right.
Yeah, it's just Kubrick, man. I do love The Shining. Shining rocks.
Scorsese, Silence. Interesting pick. Just kidding. You haven't seen Goodfellas?
Yeah, but now you can't pick Goodfellas.
I know. I'm saying that was your pick was Silence for Scorsese.
It's my favorite Scorsese.
You haven't seen Goodfellas?
I think it might. I mean, I should watch Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is fantastic, bro.
Right. I probably should take my favorite movie. Or is that just lame?
I don't know. It's up to you. All my favorites are gone, pretty much.
Can I change mine to Stalker then instead of the Scorsese crap? I forgot I didn't take Stand By Me.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm
All
picking
right.
Goodfellas.
Alright, that sounds great to me. I don't care. Tarkovsky and I don't know his name. Oh my gosh. Never.
Yeah, I almost put De Niro, and I was like,
Who is the lead actor? Is it Ray Liotta?
yeah.
I'll do Stand By Me. It's fine. Stand By Me. Beautiful movie. Perfect movie.
All right. I guess I'll just The Truman Show.
Nice. It's a great movie.
Where
Surprised you didn't take Brother Bear.
I almost did there. Oh yeah, he did. He did Dead Poet Society too.
Who?
Peter Weir. Where?
Oh yeah. That's a great movie. Goodness. Very nice. That's our draft with the twist. I thought about doing so you know how we build a movie?
Yeah.
I thought about if we do that, but I started making a wheel of like options and you had to pick from the options. So like this one like for instance, an actor, it's like the wheel is like over 40, under 25, has won an Oscar, is not alive, is in a franchise, a comedy actor, in a movie last year, started on Disney, foreign, been in a musical, right? And so you spin it and then you have to pick from that.
Oh, interesting.
I think that'd be fun to do.
That'd be fun.
All right, well, that's our draft with the twist though. Moving on to what we've been watching. What did you watch? Because I have no idea what this is.
Spider-Man Raph.
What's RAF? I am so hold on.
It's a short film. It's fan made short film from the one podcast dude.
What one podcast, dude?
He's the dude that did the conspiracy podcast. He'd be like, "Bro, have you seen the
Oh
thing?"
my, that guy?
Yeah,
Oh, he made a Spider-Man short film.
yeah, about a Toronto, like Canadian Spider-Man origin thing.
Is it good?
I gave it like 3 stars. I mean, it's like interesting. I mean, it's like a dark upbringing. He's not like very good, not very good guy. He's kind of like struggling for money, and then he's like in a gang, and then he gets bit by a spider type deal. But he like
Interesting.
a lot of it's like he's narrating over it, and I thought it was pretty good. I thought it had a lot there that was interesting, and I think that the costume design looked pretty sick. Honestly, that was kind of like the main thing that made me want to watch it, is that it was shot very yellow and like it was very Whiplash, and then the suit was like a yellow homemade suit, and the mask really what looks sick, and then the logo looks cool.
The
So
logo does look cool.
And it's only 45 minutes, and it wasn't. I mean, it really wasn't that bad, to be honest.
Nice.
There's obviously a lot of issues, but a lot of it was like
I'll have to watch this.
You just ignore because it's very low budget and done by him. So
better than Spider-Man Lotus.
Yeah, honestly, because it doesn't try to do too much.
Yeah, nice.
And the fight scenes were actually pretty cool, but a lot of it is very story and dialogue based and like narration. So
yeah, that's cool. He's really weird. I really don't like the guy. Like his,
he's very like normal. So
his content I don't like.
No, his content was very annoying.
But that's cool though. Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah. Very short, so
yeah.
Like 40 minutes. Yep. I watched Shortcomings.
Is that the Randall Park one?
Yeah.
Directed it. I think I saw it. Yeah, I saw it last year. What'd you think?
Didn't resonate, but
yeah,
it wasn't bad either.
Yeah, I think I have it too high. I have it at 4 right now.
Give it at a 4. I have it at 3.5.
Yeah.
He's just like let's see. Your review.
What did I say?
This film follows two very flawed people. I think it works really well, even though at moments you despise both leads. You also empathize and understand in some sorts what they were going through. I agree for her. I completely disagree. He's a total D-bag at the very end.
He's the worst. Yeah.
They do damage control and redemption at like the last 10 minutes, and he's like that's the only time that he's terrible on screen at all.
Yeah, I was kind of generous to it, I think.
Not in the sense that he did a bad job. Or
he's good performance-wise, he's pretty good, yeah.
He's just a hateable character. And very annoying.
The girl, his best friend is the best part.
I agree with what you said about her. She's got issues, but she's likable pretty much the whole time.
She's great.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Nice, yeah.
But, I mean...
I could probably lower it for sure.
Yeah, so it wasn't great, but it's definitely, it's not bad. I'm not regretting watching it, so. Yeah, and then I watched Private Life.
I almost started that like 4 times. Is that Paul Giamatti?
Yeah, and Catherine
Hahn?
On.
Really good?
Very good.
Really?
I enjoy both. I enjoy her and him in general. So
yeah,
it was very pleasant to watch. Yeah. Like them both, whatever, in their performances, and the story was great, and the acting was fantastic throughout the entire thing, and it was really endearing.
Is it funny too?
Not particularly. It's pretty serious.
Oh, interesting. Because it's labeled as a comedy.
Yeah, and there's funny times, and a lot of it is. There's certain funny things, but it's very dry. All the humor.
Gotcha.
I would say it's very, very serious and definitely slice of life. They're like these creatives, like artists or whatever, and they're married in New York.
Yeah.
And they have infertility issues.
Oh, yep, that's what it is.
So they've been trying to have a kid. So it's very serious. That's why I would never really say it's like comedy. It's like it never can really can't really detach yourself from that kind of topic. And like, so it's like you can't really like bring the movie out of this serious tone when you're like talking about and you're
Right.
following people who have infertility issues who've been trying to have kids and like really want to have kids for like the longest time. It's like pretty
Right.
heavy stuff. So
Right. Yeah. No kidding.
but then their niece or whatever that's like not their like step niece or whatever
Okay.
they're really close with or something like that. Um, they're like it's about them trying to have their kid with her donor eggs.
It's a little weird.
It's not very weird, but
Okay. Okay. It just sounds weird on the
it
surface.
does sound weird. It's not. It's really not weird at all. They do it
Okay.
really well, but they're like not related at all, and
Gotcha.
so it's not. It's not incestual.
I was gonna
And
say crazy.
yeah. So
Nice. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I've been wanting to watch it for a long time.
I would highly recommend it. I thought it was great.
Sweet.
But it is, I guess so. This is pretty. There is some funny moments I'm remembering now. Like this was kind of hilarious. The niece or whatever was staying with them in New York because she was whatever wanted to move to New York, dropped out of college, something like that.
Uh-huh.
They were making breakfast and they were planning to ask her if that's something she'd be comfortable with, donating her eggs or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, actually, Paul Giamatti, he goes, actually, we wanted to ask you about your eggs. And she goes, scrambled is good, but however you guys do them, fine with me.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. I love
It was
that.
funny. I laughed out loud on that.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
nice. That's awesome.
Good movie.
Yeah, sweet. I'll check it out.
Do it.
Well, I watched a couple more things than what I wrote down, obviously, but nothing worth it. I did see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. It sucked. It's bad. Yeah.
No way.
The whole movie doesn't take place during ice, which is weird. It like happens later in the movie, which is not what the movie set it up. Yeah, it was weird.
Frozen Valley.
Frozen City for some of the time. I don't like Ghostbusters really in general. Like, I think the first Ghostbusters is like fine, like it's good.
I think it's nostalgic. I think they all suck.
Like every other one that I've seen is just not good. So
yeah, the first movie is nostalgic.
Yeah. So and like the song's more iconic than the movie itself. It feels like.
Yeah, agreed.
So like it was bad. I didn't like it. Nostalgia bait. They introduced 25 different characters that I'm like, who the heck am I supposed to? Yeah, it's just bad. I watched The Way Back. I also watched Kings of Summer, which is a coming of age movie I really like. And so then people obviously talk about The Way Back as another one that's really good. Like the premise is over the course of his summer, a teenager comes into his own, thanks in part to a friendship he strikes up with a park manager. And like basically they go on vacation. His mom, his sister, and his stepdad or his mom's boyfriend, who's played by Steve Carell, who is one of the worst characters literally ever. Like,
wow,
he's so annoying and so rude and mean that like it's not like, oh, he played this really well. It's like, no, this like took me out of the movie, like how annoying he was. Like, think of like Michael Scott's Worst Day and then multiply it by infinity. Think about the guy in Shortcomings times 1,000. Like, so mean, so ridiculous. I hated him. It was awful. It was a painful experience watching Steve Carell do that. And the only thing that saves the movie is like the relationship that is built between this kid who's awkward going through the teenage years and like Sam Rockwell, who plays like this fun park manager, and so they got this father son type relationship, older brother type, and it was good. Like, it was good. I enjoyed it. There's some funny moments, of course, but like people like love it, and I'm like, it was good. It was above average. Like, I gave it 3.5. So
nice.
I watched, what is it? The Boy and the Heron again. I watched the English dub this time because I wanted to hear the voices of the main. Robert Pattinson's crazy for his performance as the Heron, man. Absolutely nuts.
Right.
Um, Willem Dafoe was great. Christian Bale was good. Florence Pugh, right? She plays the mom.
I think so.
She was awesome. And then I don't remember who plays Lady Himi. If it is Gemma Chan or not. But no, Florence Pugh plays the chick that he finds that's sailing the boat. That's who
Oh yeah.
Florence.
Yep.
She was really really good. Um, that movie is so good. Like it, it's like up there with my favorite animated movies. I think it's my favorite Miyazaki at this point, and I think Spirit Away is like just incredible. So,
Agreed.
um, just surprising how much I loved it. I really, I was thinking about this. I took a picture in the theater because I wanted to. I really think this would be, please, a sick tattoo to get.
It would be.
Just the blocks, like just knowing what the movie's about and then like watching it again. Um, you add so much more depth and like Miyazaki's like whole thing with his son and like what life is about. It's just beautiful. Like it's so weird. It's like the supernatural, like spiritual world that feels so grounded. It's awesome. Like that's all Miyazaki does, but this is way more fantastical than some of his other movies. It's similar to like Spirited Away.
It
Um,
is, yeah.
and I think it just rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And the details that he like took the two things from there so that he'll never forget about, like that's so cool. I love that.
Yeah,
um yeah, the whole thing of like it's just such a beautiful movie. It's really really good.
it's great.
um yeah, I could watch it forever. It's such a good one. And then I watched Snack Shack, which I don't know if you read what I wrote. um but I wrote like a novel. um It was so good. I texted you immediately. Um, and I was like, yo, this is fantastic. Like, this is amazing. Like, thinking about like movies that I was not expecting to be like great. So, like, Dune Part 2 blew my mind, obviously. Okay. But we kind of expected that. Like there's movies you hear about that are supposed to be amazing, then you think it's actually amazing. It's like, this makes sense. But in terms
Yep.
of biggest surprises I've ever had, this is like up there. I gave it 4.5. I want to rewatch it. I'll probably give it 5 after that. Like I just connected so much to it. Like its first hour is very typical coming of age, but it's done so well. Like they're teenage kids, they're making beer to then sell to try to make money. And then they like buy the snack shack like for the summer to run it. They have like an older brother figure that like was in the military and he comes home and he's running the pool as a lifeguard. There's a girl that they're both interested and they're fighting over the girl,
Mm.
which creates like tension as and they're best friends. And so like it's funny, it's like really humorous. It's got romance. It has like every typical teenage coming of age beat, like, but it's like done to like perfection. It's set in a really obscure place. It's Nebraska in 1991. Like what?
Yeah. Well, I
Everything
think
that
it wasn't it set in the dude's
hometown.
hometown.
Yeah, the director, which is so cool. Um, but like their whole thing, how they're making money, it's awesome. They do all those typical things, but then it gets really serious and like, I mean, I bawled at the end. I don't want to give it away, but the end, I cried so hard, and I was
Yeah.
not prepared to. And like the escape pod, they got to go to the premiere, and this is how I heard about the movie because they talked about it.
Yeah, me too.
Um, and they thought it dragged, and like it just kept going. And I thought that the shift from the typical comedy coming of age to this like deeper thing about actual life as growing up and things that actually happen, not just like obviously coming of age movies are pretty serious typically as well. But I thought the shift into the serious tone and how the movie ended was just amazing. And getting me to cry like means a lot. like it means that you're captivating emotion. Like it's not like they're especially in that way. Like Marley and Me's just sad because the dog dies.
Mm-hmm.
But like the reason I think Bridge to Terabithia is so good is because it captures that emotion.
Yeah.
You know, for like it's not the best movie ever, but it does something to you. It's like this is like one of my favorite movies like ever. Like I love it so much. I've never been so connected to a movie that wasn't just like the most amazing movie ever like this since probably Stand By Me, which says a lot.
Yeah. Wow.
So I just want to watch it again, but it was didn't do well because it was so small that it's like out of theaters and not on digital. And I'm like, I want to watch this movie again.
I want to watch it.
I literally like I love it so like it was so awesome. And the main guy, first ever acting role. I'm sure you heard that on Escape
Mm-hmm.
Pod. And then the other guy is the guy from The Fablemans who rocks.
Oh yeah.
And then the other guy, the older brother figure, he's the guy in Kings of Summer. What's his name? Nick Robinson. He's in Love, Simon. He's in Jurassic World as the older kid.
Yep.
Yeah, he was so perfect. It was like he went from, this is how I pictured it. He went from Kings of Summer, like in this coming of age movie where he's the guy coming of age, to then he takes this role where he's helping someone else come of age. It was so good.
That's
I can't
awesome.
stop. I literally can't stop thinking about the movie. Like I think about it more than Dune at the moment, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just I think you'll like it a lot too. Like I think you'll love it.
I think so.
Dude, there's some parts that are, I mean, hysterical funny. Like it was crying. So funny. But all right, enough of me ranting about a movie that you haven't seen. It's not fair. But we'll talk about X-Men. So X-Men 97's rebooted. We've both seen in fullness the original cartoon. And we got a 2-episode premiere, and then every week we'll review it because it comes out every Wednesday night or Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah.
But what'd you think of the first 2 episodes?
I thought they were good.
Yeah, I really liked them too.
I thought they were pretty killer.
Cyclops is sick, dude.
Cyclops did amazing.
They did a really good job.
Fight scene right at the beginning of the first episode was sick.
And when he landed after falling from the stratosphere.
That music is crazy.
Yeah, it was insane.
Agreed.
The animation looks really good.
It does look good.
Big fan. I just admit, like the portrayal of the characters is so perfect. Like Wolverine being short is the best. I love Hugh Jackman a lot, but like him being short and like wherever he's from, his accent, you know.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's great.
And then I loved I like the whole story that like you can take away the mutant's power. Like it's really interesting.
It is an interesting thing, and I mean, I won't say spoilers, but
Yeah.
2 short episodes, and it happens like at the end of the first episode. But
yeah,
whole stuff with Magneto is I thought was makes it super interesting.
I like it too. I like the whole like Cyclops is the leader of the X-Men, but like Charles trusts you, so I have to. I trust Charles. Like that's cool. Magneto's also interesting because he cares so much about the mutants.
Yeah, I thought the dynamic was really cool because he's like
he hates them. Like, in all fairness, he's a villain technically.
Yes, but he's like has to do it. He feel like obligation.
Yeah, he's got the flow, man.
Yeah, he looks sick, dude.
I love it. His suit is so cool.
It's awesome. They all look great.
They all look pretty.
That. I mean, some of them I prefer the old looks, but
I thought it was
most
hilarious.
of them look great.
I thought it was hilarious when Gene said something that was like Logan, and he's like, "Is it Apocalypse?" And then she's like, "It's the baby." He goes, "Oh!" He looked more scared than it was the baby.
I know. Yeah, she goes. Yeah, she goes. Logan, he's here.
Oh, that's. And he's like, "Apocalypse."
And then she goes, "No, the baby." He's like,
so good. I laughed
on the drive there. It was hilarious. And she's like in labor, moving people around.
Oh
And
gosh,
she's more panicked than she is.
I loved it, and the whole rogue thing. Like she learned how. Oh, so cool, so cool.
Yeah. All of it was really cool. The ending.
Yeah, it was.
The second episode was.
It was like, oh wow.
I was like, whoa. I was like, what?
This is interesting. Like it was interesting.
Yeah, they got me interested already.
I'm
like,
so intrigued.
Literally, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, huh? I need to watch the next episode.
Yeah,
They got me.
They did get me. Granted, the original is obviously awesome, but I was kind of worried. But they're cooking. Also, the theme is so good.
Yeah,
I don't skip the intro because I like it so much.
it's great.
It's great, but yeah, that's X-Men 97. All right, movie of the week. We watched the new Jake Gyllenhaal Conor McGregor starring Roadhouse, from Doug Liman, who did like Edge of Tomorrow and like what's the other big one he's done that we've seen? Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Born Identity. So some as Alex says, some certified schlangers, some pretty good banger movies. But ex-UFC fighter Dalton Jake Gyllenhaal takes a job as a bouncer at the Florida Keys Roadhouse, only to discover that his paradise is not all it seems. Have you seen her?
UFC fighter Conor McGregor takes job as an actor, only to find out it's not exactly what it seems.
It's better for him. You haven't seen the original, right, with Patrick Swayze?
I haven't. I've wanted to watch it for a while.
I haven't either.
I wanted to watch it before this was even announced, but
some people love it. Some people think it's dumb. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what do you think of Roadhouse?
Well, I see a lot of people. It's got bad rating.
It's not really like.
I see a lot of people talking about how it's so much worse than the first one. I haven't seen the first one. But I personally enjoyed all of it, and like it wasn't that crazy, but like I thought it was what it was supposed to be.
The plot sucks. I don't even care about the plot.
No, the plot's, but I don't think that's why you're there.
No, I think it takes itself like I don't think it takes itself seriously. I think it's like this is what we're doing and we're gonna do it great. And I think the only things you care about are the fights, and they're literally the best.
I agree with that. I saw a review. Let me just find this review.
Yeah, it's like I had a lot of fun watching it at midnight. You know, like I had a really good time.
Reviews. Roadhouse became a cult classic because it was fun to watch on cable. None of it was hard to understand, or at least none of it made any less sense if you flipped to it halfway through. No matter where you started or stopped watching it, you were guaranteed to see some thrills, some violence, some sex appeal, and probably a couple laughs, intentional or otherwise. While the cable TV movie ecosystem seems to be going extinct, the new Roadhouse would have thrived in it as well. As kind of consistently entertaining movie you could happily watch 100 times without ever actively intending to watch it twice. By its conclusion, it accumulates the atmosphere of a great bar, a place you go less to get drunk than to soak in the vibes of the music and the regulars. It is much better than it has any right to be. That's from the guy from Crush.
Yeah, Matt Singer. Yeah. It's true. Like, it's not.
I completely agree with that. I think this would rip on cable TV. And I think even like 15 years ago, I think this would have killed too. And like the next like 10 years, I think I probably would have seen this movie like at least 10 times just because like there was the era where like I would watch parts of like I saw Blade Runner 2049 kind of just because it was on TV, and I've seen multiple movies kind of because they were on TV.
Yeah.
I think it would have seen it a lot of times. And I think it would have ripped. I completely agree. It doesn't matter where you turn it on, it doesn't matter when you turn it on, it doesn't matter what point you decide to watch it or not watch it. It is you will see something sick and I think it's great.
Honestly,
like what it does.
It's sick. Like I think like I said, I think the plot's like such a rich guy wants to buy land, whatever. Like who
Exactly.
cares?
That's so. I think it's so great though because it's like you
And
don't care.
you don't care. You don't care what happens. You just care. One, Jake Gyllenhaal's an excellent actor, so like he's the best. And McGregor was hilarious. He was so funny.
All
Like
the people that say like he was so like people. What there was a review that was like Conor McGregor try to act challenge impossible.
impossible.
I was like, what? Like he's just a personality. He's great.
He's not acting. He's just being an
He's just him.
Okay, I heard someone said that he is acting very cartoonish, and I would take it a step further that this movie, the action felt like a cartoon, which really worked.
I thought the action was fantastic. I loved the fighting.
The final fight scene is literally so sick. Like I don't care what anybody says.
I think this is like people praise like Creed 3 and like we're talking about like you know, The Killer and like this new era of like camera work and fight scenes and people are so obsessed with them. And then they come and they just ignore the fact that this was amazing.
Like the fight scenes were so good.
I mean, this is literally what new era fight scenes were made for. Like, I get they're great in like movies like Creed 3, which are like have depth and like
Right.
are cool
Yeah.
and supportive. But like, let's be honest, would you rather not have this new style of fight scenes just be thrown into every action movie?
Yeah.
Like the terrible ones that have no point in being made. Like, I mean, a imagine like Fast 6, and then you throw in this style of fighting with it, and like cool action sequences and cool, unique camera work. That movie becomes like fantastic.
Yeah. like you're talking about like if this movie came out 15 years ago, this movie would be considered a masterpiece 15 years ago because the movie's still not very great, but people love really bad movies back then. Like everyone loves the prequel trilogy. Like
Yeah,
everyone thinks like you love Revenge of the Sith. I don't like it as much because I'm less nostalgic on it, but how it looks and like the fights in that movie is what makes that movie like sick, and obviously a little bit of the story, but like
fight choreography is so
it's
fun.
so fire, and people think it's the best movie ever. Like if this movie came out 15 years ago, we'd be talking about it today being like this is like one of the best action movies ever made because of the action is sick, it rips, and if it came out years ago, no one would be as critical, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I finished it and I was floored, honestly.
I was like, this is a blast
by how fun it was. I was floored. I was not expecting it to be, honestly, I didn't know what to expect, but I was not expecting it to be just a stupid action movie, and it was, and it was
I loved it.
Great at it.
I loved it.
Great job at being a stupid action movie.
Jake Gyllenhaal killed it. Obviously, he's like the best. He's like so good. He's like
but just like the whole, I mean, the whole stinking the knife stuff throughout the entire thing was always cool. Like
yeah.
they incorporated like knife fight stuff. They started at the very beginning with him getting stabbed, and then the middle of the movie was him avoiding knives and helping the other bartender guys avoid knives and teaching them how to fight against knives.
Right.
And then at the end, he gets stabbed again, and then stabs Conor McGregor 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Jake Gyllenhaal has officially entered the conversation of like invincible, like real human actors with like Jason Statham. Dude just was literally titanium. Like,
I know exactly. He's a UFC fighter. Like, it makes no sense that he can't die, but I'm glad he can't.
I'm glad he can't too. Like, it was great. I was like, oh my god. Like, I thought for a second he was gonna be like, you know, like actually like beaten up and like down, and then he just stands up and just is like there, like got some cuts. I'm like, how is he alive? He'd be dead.
No, and then like he like gets demolished by Conor McGregor, their first fight.
Yeah.
And like destroyed. wakes
And
up
just
the next
walks.
morning and he has like nothing. He's got like one black eye.
Yeah.
And he's got, like all these cuts and things and bleeding everywhere that he had is just completely gone. And it's like I love it. I mean, it's fantastic. But I don't know. I thought they took John Wick, Creed 3, and Baywatch and smashed it together, and I thought I'm here for it.
It was a fun time. Conor McGregor yourself. When he enters the bar, he's got the driver. Well, first this is after like at the end of the movie when they're all on the yacht and he walks in, he's like, "Where the heck is everybody?"
It's like somebody just decided to do this, and it's great. I love it.
But then
it was probably his idea. And it was also probably his idea to show up in the movie butt naked to start.
It was so funny.
Great.
It was so funny. But then he just walks like this. When he entered the bar, he's got the driver in his hand, which is just the funniest thing in the world. And then the funniest part of that whole scene is he starts dancing with this chick, right? And he goes, "I hate this song."
And he starts doing it. But it's like something I would fully expect him to do in real life.
Yeah.
But then it was also, oh my gosh, it was hilarious when he was Jake Gyllenhaal sitting over at the bar, and he's like, "Where is Dalton? Where is Dalton?" And oh my gosh, it goes on for like a minute and a half straight.
Yeah.
Because he's walking over, he's getting stopped by people, and you can just hear him repeating it over and over again. And I was dying laughing. He sounds so stupid saying it over and over again.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I had a blast.
I thought it played great into what it was.
Yeah, it was exactly what you needed to be. If it would have taken itself serious, it would have been really bad, but it didn't. So
I agree. This is a movie. I agree. I honestly think I will watch it again without multiple times, not even thinking about it.
Right. Yeah, it's Jake Gyllenhaal. He's also so handsome, man. He's such a handsome dude.
I mean, and they're like ripped, and I don't know.
Yeah, they're just.
It's like nice to look at too.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I love. Someone mentioned like this part of his career is so funny because obviously he's not getting love from the Oscars or like how brilliant of an actor he is. So he's like, "Frick, I'm gonna take a bag and create these crazy movies."
I think it's great.
Like Ambulance to this is crazy. I love it.
Great.
So I think it's a 3-star movie. I gave it a half point because it was so much fun.
I agree. I gave it 3.5 also.
Yeah, so absolute blast. If you go onto Complex, him and Jake and Connor went sneaker shopping. Jake's fit is like amazing. And this like it's so sick. I love it. And then Connor just looks like an MMA freaking mafia boss.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Such a good time.
Go watch it. It's on Prime.
It's on Roadhouse. Obviously, it's rated R. So obviously, with discretion, if you're under the age of 18, ask your
violence and language.
Yeah, it's pretty much. And Conor McGregor's butt. I was like, well, yeah, here we go.
This is
He's in like a supermarket, man. He's at the Saturday market, and he's just naked.
Pretty hilarious, but
it is pretty funny.
I mean, yeah. Good episode over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
The last couple haven't been that long, so
true.
We'll be back next week with more March Madness and goodness. April 2nd is when Snack Shack goes on digital.
Okay.
So I will probably buy it and you can watch it because I love it. So
amazing.
Yeah. It probably will never get a physical release.
Probably not, no.
Probably not. So I'm gonna have to do my magic.
Maybe. Sometimes like with stuff like this, if it picks up Steam,
it's
possible. But
it's from T Street. Like it's produced by T Street, which produced like Knives Out, Glass Onion, American Fiction, Fair Play, like great movies.
Yeah. So it's got potential.
Yeah.
Alrighty. But life's tough. Get a helmet.